57 million people in the United States have a disability. Most disabilities are not obvious. They affect hearing, sight, walking, breathing. 8 million Americans use wheelchairs, crutches, canes, walkers to compensate for mobility disabilities. The Skit was developed by the Upper Valley Land Trust to help local conservation commissions and trail managers learn about the Americans with Disabilities Act and rules established by the U.S. Department of Justice, DOJ, so that people with mobility disabilities have the opportunity to enjoy public trails.
Boy, oh boy, isn't it nice to be outside enjoying some fresh air and getting some exercise? What a great way to spend part of your school break.
Yeah, I guess so. Why do we always have to come to Breezy Hill, though?
Oh, I almost forgot to sign this into the logbook. What shall I say today?
I mean, I just prefer a change of scenery one of these days. There are a bunch of other nice places to check out nearby.
Yeah, a change of scene can be nice, but I always find this spot so peaceful. The wind swooshing through the trees, the birds calling across the fields, the crunch of our footsteps on the path. It reminds me of how great it is to be here breathing in the crisp air. Wait, do you hear that? What in the world?
Huh, yeah, I did hear it. Weird, it sounds like some sort of engine.
Well, that would be crazy. There aren't supposed to be any motorized vehicles in this park. I mean, if it is, I'm sure there'll be heck to pay for whoever's breaking the rules.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Well, let's keep going. We're almost to the lookout. Here we are at the viewpoint, gazing out over Pleasant Valley. It's so magnificent, almost as if we could reach out and touch the clouds, or catch a bird, or call out to the village below. It just takes my breath away.
Sure doesn't seem to take all your breath away.
What was that? Oh, look, here's some company. Good afternoon, how are you today?
Oh, very well. I trust you are both enjoying your visit to Breezy Hill. I'm a member of the trail crew. We always like to meet folks out on the land.
Sure, we're having a lovely time as always, but you know, we did hear an engine noise not long ago. It certainly sounded close enough to be on this property.
You don't say. Did you see a person or talk to them?
No, but we heard it clear as day, and we also know the rules that no motorized vehicles are allowed here. I think you better check it out. Probably someone out for a joyride.
Indeed, but we can't have that now, can we? I better go put an end to it. Thanks for the tip, folks. Enjoy the rest of your day.
All right.
Okay, take care. Hey there, how's it going?
Well, I'm all right, but it seems you don't know that motorized vehicles aren't allowed at Breezy Hill.
Well, yes, sir, I do realize that, but I have a disability, and this is an OPDMD that I'm allowed to use.
An OP what? Don't be fresh with me. Exactly what kind of disability do you expect me to believe you have? You just get that vehicle off these premises immediately.
But I wanted to go to the nice lookout up ahead.
No buts. Read the signs. They're all over the place. This is conserved property and it says no motorized vehicles. Now I'll give you one more minute to turn that thing around or I'll report you.
But, oh, forget it. If you don't understand, but this isn't over, let me tell you, Mr.
Ha! Well, it sure is for you now. Go on. Get a move on. Huh. Wasn't he a trip? Ah, well, just doing my duty. All in a good day's work, I guess. Hello, town offices, can I help you?
Yes, hello. My name is Ida Watchout of Dewey Watchout and How. I represent a client who was poorly treated while out visiting one of your properties recently. We are extremely unhappy about this incident and feel I might have to sue the town for discrimination.
Goodness, what happened?
My client, who has a mobility disability, was harassed and thrown off the Breezy Hill property while simply out enjoying the trails. A property manager insulted my client and demanded he leave the premises because he was using an OPDMD, that is, an other power-driven mobility device, which was of a class that had not been prohibited from the public premises of Breezy Hill.
Oh, pardon me, an OPDMD, huh?
An OPGMD, an other power-driven mobility device. In this case, my client was using an all-terrain vehicle, or ATV, for the purpose of gaining access to the public viewpoint on the property.
Well, let me stop you right there, ma'am. I'm sorry, but motorized vehicles are not permitted on the Breezy Hill property. I'm afraid your client had no right to be out there on an ATV and was simply thrown off for breaking the rules.
Actually, the facts show that my client was seriously discriminated against by your representative, and I suggest you prepare a better defense to the suit we'll be serving. On a personal level, I would like to add I'm extremely disappointed by this whole situation, particularly because I'm a resident of this town and have enjoyed hiking on the many public town natural areas. But I don't believe I'll recommend those activities now that I see how some individuals are treated there. Good day.
Oh dear, I'm not sure I like the sound of this.
This story could have been different. The Friends of Breezy Point didn't know about DOJ rules that are designed to provide those individuals with mobility disabilities reasonable access to land and trails in a similar way to those who are not disabled. Wheelchairs and other power-driven mobility devices used by individuals with mobility disabilities are the only way that this group of people can experience pedestrian access to lands and trails. Managers of public trails have a responsibility to encourage the use of appropriate mobility devices that help disabled people access trails, while protecting the safety of all trail users and preventing damage to natural resources from inappropriate use of motorized devices or vehicles. Let's go back to Breezy Point.
My, isn't it nice to be outside enjoying some fresh air, getting a bit of exercise? What a great way to spend part of your school break.
Yeah, I guess so. Why do we always have to come to Breezy Hill, though?
Oh, I almost forgot to sign us in on the logbook. What shall I say today? Hey, look at this. There's a new trail sign on the kiosk. My, it has quite a lot of detail about the trails. Well, gosh, we don't need all that information. We know it all quite well.
Huh. I think I saw something like that sign posted on the website for Breezy Hill. It said something about people with disabilities or something. I don't really remember.
Interesting. Well, come on, let's hike out to the lookout. A change of scene can be nice, but I always find this spot so peaceful. Isn't it lovely to hear the wind in the trees, the birds calling across the field, each slight crunch of our footsteps on the path? Ah, yes, so very peaceful. Wait, do you hear that? What in the world?
Huh. Yeah, I did hear it. Weird. Sounds like some sort of engine.
Well, that's not right. There aren't supposed to be any motorized vehicles in this park. I mean, if it is, I'm sure there'll be heck to pay for whoever's breaking the rules.
Yeah, I guess so.
Come on, let's keep hiking. We're almost to the lookout. Ah, here we are at the viewpoint, gazing out over Pleasant Valley. It's so magnificent, almost as if I could reach out and touch the clouds, or catch a bird, or call out to everyone below. It just takes my breath away.
Yeah, sure doesn't take all your breath away.
What was that? Ah, look, here's some company. Hi, sir. How are you today?
Oh, very well. I trust you're both enjoying your visit to Breezy Hill. I'm a member of the trail crew. We always like to meet folks out on the land.
Indeed, we're having a lovely time as always. But, you know, we did hear an engine noise not long ago. It certainly sounded close enough to be on this property.
You don't say. Did you see the person or talk to them?
Oh no, but we both heard it plain as day. And we also know the rules that no motorized vehicles are allowed here. I think you'd better check it out. Probably someone out for a little joyride.
Well, that is interesting. I will go see if I can meet up with them. There is a chance the person is simply using an OPDMD to access the property.
Using a what?
Ha! Yeah, an OPDMD. I know it's a really crazy government acronym, isn't it? It stands for Other Power-Driven Mobility Device. Certain vehicles, even motorized ones, can be used by someone with a mobility disability to access places that are open to the public for walking.
But that seems crazy. There's no sort of place for any motorized vehicles in a peaceful spot like this.
Well, you know, I thought it was a bit crazy when I first heard about this federal rule, but after learning more about it, Now I understand its purpose is to reduce discrimination and to allow folks who might not have any other way of getting to such a beautiful spot as this a better chance of doing just that.
Huh. I guess that makes sense. I have a friend in a wheelchair, and I know he'd really love to be able to see this view sometime. But his chair would have a hard time getting up here. I bet he could use an ATV on the service path, though, right?
Yep, the hiking trail is too narrow and steep for some OPDMDs, which is why we've let people know this on our website and at the trailhead. But the wider trail and maintenance road over there is a reasonable way for someone to come and enjoy the view, even if they need assistance from a motorized vehicle. We do ask that once someone using an OPDMD gets here, they turn off the engine so that others will still be able to enjoy the view in quiet. I think it's nice to know that more people can get up here to appreciate it. Don't you agree?
Well, I do in principle, but what if someone is just pretending to have a disability so they can gallivant around on an ATV?
Oh, come on, Dad. That would be pretty low.
It certainly would be too bad if there were bad actors out there. But in fact, this rule has been in place for over 2 years, and we haven't had any trouble or issues.
Well, that's good. I hope that's how it stays.
Oh, I certainly do too. Well, I best head out to see if I can find our motor driving friend. It was a pleasure chatting with you folks. Enjoy the rest of your visit.
Thanks. Take care. Hey there. How's it going?
Well, I'm all right, thanks. I work on the trails here. I'm curious. Have you seen the signs that say that no motor vehicles are allowed at Breezy Hill?
Well, yes, I did see the signs, but I have a disability, and this is an OPDMD that I'm allowed to use.
Ah, I see. Well, I hope the information at the kiosk and on our website was helpful to let you know what areas are best suited for an ATV class of OPDMD. Do you have any questions about that?
Well, no, I don't think I have any questions. I was just going to go up the wide access path to the lookout. A neighbor of mine said it was a really nice spot to sit for a while. I like to paint, and I brought a couple of my sketchbooks.
Oh, nice. Well, I think you'll find that view one of the best ones around. The path right over there, it's just right over there. It's in pretty good shape, but please take care of the last few hundred yards. There are a few more protruding rocks on that part of the path.
Okay, I will. Thanks very much.
Sure thing. You enjoy your visit.
Okay, take care.
Well, how's that for doing my duty? Yep, all in a day's work, I guess. Hello, town offices. Can I help you?
Yes, hello. My name is Ida Watchout of Dewey Watchout and Howe. I have a client who's actually more of a friend who recently visited one of your properties. I just wanted to say how pleased I was to hear of his positive experience out there.
Oh, really? What happened?
Well, my friend has a mobility disability, and instead of being harassed for having an ATV on the trails, which is the only way he's able to get to the lookout on Breezy Hill, a property manager was actually really nice and helpful to him.
Oh, well, I am really glad to know that.
Yes, and I applaud the Conservation Commission in town for understanding the importance of treating everyone fairly and making reasonable changes to policies so that people with mobility disabilities can still enjoy some of the wonderful open spaces in town. I have lived here for almost 20 years, and, I think it's about time I made a contribution toward the efforts of your Conservation Commission. Where should I mail a check?
Well, my goodness, you can send her right to me at the town offices. And thank you very much. We are so glad to put foundations like this to work so that everyone can enjoy these special places in town.
Oh, certainly. Well, keep up the good work, and many thanks again. Have a nice day.
Well, how about that? Such a thoughtful gesture.
That's better, isn't it? On our website, we've posted answers to frequently asked questions about trails and public access under the Americans with Disabilities Act. Visit www.uvlt.org and look for the Trails tab in the menu bar.